Al-Alaq announces the start of an era of digital transformation in Iraqi banks. This is all part of their white papers, economic reforms. Al-Alaq saying how successful it is, and the final portion of those white papers or the monetary reform is total independence for Iraq and a stronger purchasing power of the Iraqi dinar, aka a reinstatement or a revaluation. There is a plethora of very good informative monetary reform education articles that are coming out that are causing this great pressure of information, a venturi effect of information to the Iraqi citizens. This is the time to do that, we say to ourselves. Wow. They're telling the citizens they're going to add value to their currency by giving them purchasing power by lifting the 3 zeros from the exchange rate. Wow! Exclamation mark. This monetary reform education right now, it's so much of it. It's cornucopia that is filled. It's a piñata that got busted open and it's spilling everywhere, every day. Iraq suspends official work tomorrow, Wednesday. Quote, the Iraqi government decided to suspend official work tomorrow, Wednesday, on the occasion of Christmas. In Iraq, Christmas is an important religious and social occasion celebrated by Christian sects, where prayers are held in churches amidst a spiritual atmosphere, cities are decorated with trees and lights, and celebrations reflect the values of coexistence and peace among the various components of Iraqi society. I believe they're at their end of the road and we're watching amazing events come to a close. Let's watch and see what happens. It surely looks powerful, my friends. I really do believe it looks really powerful. I think people would be going, wow, this is real. Yeah, it is real. I'm excited, everybody. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and God bless. All banks, according to Mr. Sami, have stopped all cash transfers from today to January 7th as part of early inventory. We have declared a 2-day holiday on Christmas and then the next day. This is the first time that we've ever done anything like that on Christmas. Frank, soon you will have purchasing power for the first time in a long time. Firefly, this will also mark the end of using or handling cash as ever before. We're going digitally with a new rate. Right now I have people who are absolutely positive it is happening this week. They are ending auctions in Iraq and I am being told it's the 28th, which is a Saturday. I think the worst case scenario with people I know is somewhere between now and the 7th, or right after the inauguration. I feel it's about 80% to happen before Jan 1st. Expected rise in the dollar. Temporary shock awaits the Iraqi market. Quote, Foundation for Economic Studies and Consultations expected, today, Monday, December 23, 2024, an increase in the dollar exchange rate during the next few days, following the announcement by the Central Bank of Iraq to stop the currency transfer window platform. Reasons for the delay in sending general budgets in Iraq and its economic repercussions. Iraq is trying desperately to fix the system they have in place of budgeting. The article tells us the system has been an ongoing issue and needs to be fixed. It lists the issue involved and is very informative. I will tell everyone, the hold-up of the budget is not about the RV. I can tell you for sure with 1000% assurance the hold-up of the budget implementation is not due to waiting for the new RV rate. The lower denominations, the lower notes that will be passed out are now in the Iraqi banks, are now in the position ready to be handed over to the citizens. Iraq's development path, it is an infrastructure for the entire region. This development road will be connecting ports and up through Turkey, giving a safe export path for the European market. It is going to be vital for the entire region and for Europe. Think international. The introduction of all these foreign currencies to transact in for import/export is the introduction of the international basket where the dinar will be paired and the new exchange rate will exist and grow. I'm excited because they're stopping the CBI auctions and replacing them with value for your currency to deal with other currencies that have their own value. Did non-oil revenues contribute to Iraq's budget? Quote, advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed today, Saturday, that non-oil revenues have witnessed a significant change in their contribution to budget resources, while he indicated that the government program seeks to raise them to 20%. The path to develop unending oil. Quote, "The Development Road project is one of the most important strategic projects that will enhance Iraq's position as a commercial link to the East and the West, describing it as the oil that never ends. Iraq's got a huge amount of oil. Massive amount of non-oil revenues, tourism, agriculture, add it all in and it's going to be the oil that never ends. We did see rates pop up briefly again this weekend. Things are getting exciting. In Iraq we had $3.47 popping up on the Forex sites and some currency sites over the weekend, showing the IQD at $3.47. I wish I would have been sitting with a bank that was open and currency in hand when it popped." The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed that Iraq is seeking to establish a sovereign wealth fund. Saleh told Al Furat news agency, "Iraq seeks to establish a sovereign wealth fund, especially after the conflicts and wars that have been going on for less than half a century, and the previous regime's major role in wasting the country's resources and wealth, have transformed the surplus in the current account of the balance of payments into a net deficit due to the deterioration of the national economy's export sectors, most notably the oil sector." Saleh pointed out that the increase in foreign debts in the past decades was an alternative to establishing a sovereign fund for foreign wealth that relies on surplus oil revenues that can be invested in a diversified investment portfolio whose returns support the state's general budget in general and the investment budget, according to the absorption capacity in particular, similar to countries such as Norway, China, the Gulf countries, and other countries of the world. Iraq has previous experience in establishing a sovereign wealth fund, through the establishment of the Iraqi Fund for External Development, which was established under Law No. 77 of 1974. However, after that, the work of this fund was limited to managing Iraq's financial contributions to regional and international organizations and bodies. There was also an attempt to establish two sovereign funds for Iraq in 2018, but they remained without practical implementation. Countries' economies are divided into three categories based on their source of income: economies with diverse sources of income, economies with a single source of income, single basket economies, and the third category is between them. Iraq falls within the second group, as Iraq is considered a rentier state, due to its almost complete dependence on revenues from the sale of crude oil, as oil revenues constitute more than 90% of the total revenues of the general budget, and contribute about 45 to 60% of the formation of the gross domestic product.